that it is the start of the rainy season in Uganda, and of course in Kampala here too. It's the first rainy season of the year, with the especially rains coming in from end of March. They're predicted to go up to May, June, as the rainy season is. But as you know, what happens when it rains in Kampala, you have challenges with drainage. But today I want to take a special moment to really appreciate the new developments within the city on several of these roads. One, the transition from having surface drains to having the closed drains, as you can see along this road on both. I think it's on the left side of the road where we have the drainage system. It means we no longer have those open channels, especially on these relatively narrow roads. It means that pedestrians now can walk over the closed drains and without any worries whatsoever. Of course, in some places, and due to some negligence here and there, these closed drains have manholes. The manholes that need to be, closed or whatever. But what happens that because of vandalism, the lids are stolen, or they are taken by unscrupulous individuals. So that leaves them open. People looking for scrap take them, and then when it rains, one may not easily, even when it doesn't rain, someone may easily fall into such a manhole, and the outcomes are known. At least we've had, or we've even seen similar instances of those. So for me, this is a very big plus. I think this is very good for the city to have closed drains. And of course, now beyond that, we don't know whether these are monitored or maintained in terms of declogging them to remove the debris that builds up with time. We know that our people or road users are not yet disciplined enough to remember that we don't throw waste or rubbish on the road, which ends up in such drains. But it would be nice to know that at least through the manholes, some kind of drenching or cleaning and making sure that they are not clogged and not overflowing or not blocked to now become a challenge to the drainage of the roads. Yeah, but I think it's a very good here on this side. I think it's on both sides of the road, and we see at least the road is well drained. There's no clogging of water anywhere. There's no logging of that. Even in such a valley, it has just poured heavily, but you can see there's no any water ponds anywhere. And I know some of these places that you could expect here would be full of water, but at least there is something just very small. This is something commendable. We ideally would want to get away with the open channels, especially on these highly trafficked roads with pedestrians and all. Surface channels are also a menace in terms of people looking them as dumping places for whatever rubbish they have. They're easy to clean and to open up, but the challenges are also many. Additionally, of course, these closed drains are very expensive to set up. They have to do a full concrete lining of the entire channel, and then of course cover it up with concrete as well, so that it is able to sustain or to carry people But that is the price we pay for some of these benefits that we enjoy on our roads. And yeah, just some few tips for the rainy season. I'm not, of course, an expert at giving driving tips, but I know, having driven for some time, I know what is best to do when driving. First of all, to make sure that you have a well serviced or a motor vehicle in very good condition, your headlamps are working, you're qualified to drive, and to make sure you drive at slower speed limits than you would do if it weren't raining. To take care of other road users, especially the pedestrians. Some drivers have a tendency of not caring for them. You reach somewhere where there is a pond and someone just splashes water on pedestrian, and it's not good. We are all one, and we are all road users, so it's important that you at least slow down and make sure that you do not give them another trip to the laundry place. Otherwise, you take care. The roads are not good. There is tendency for us to become poorer when the rainy season starts. Now, like in this case where we just had some potholes squared up or reshaped for filling, they have put some little, I would say, soil or marram or whatever, and when the rains come, they tend to wash away that. Where we have some smaller potholes, the tendency has been for them to become even wider, and yeah, that's the effect of the water running and the ease of which vehicles break away several pieces of the affected areas. I know the clock tower is an area of interest. It used to flood heavily during rainy seasons. I'm very confident. I've not yet passed there, but I'm very confident that the situation has since changed. We will know as we pass by right now. But for now, I know that place is in a much better state than it was in the past. Also, during the rain, some of the affected places are at this side of Mokwano area, behind that side, that roundabout at 6th and 7th Street. There used to be flooding that entire section up to as you come towards Chibuli. It used to flood, but I'm sure with the drainage works that were done during the construction of the flyover must have helped a lot. So yeah, that is what we are looking at. It can get ugly when it starts raining in Kampala. Just be on the lookout for the pedestrians. Be extra careful. You're very exposed to the different driving conditions that are, heightened by the rain season. You're all aware that we tend to have fewer pedestrians moving, of course, during the rainy season. Public transport is a bit affected. Taxis are very few on the road during such a time. Yeah, and people are using umbrellas, of course, which is very good. Yeah, but take care for the borders. Everyone is trying to avoid the rain and get to the city as fast as possible. water that comes from this side. Of course, when you approach the improvements at this place, it even becomes better in terms of drainage consideration on such a mega project for Kampala. I think this is really good. A lot of effort was put into understanding water flow in this section. We therefore expect, and as you can see, of course here it's on a slope. You can only see the improvements as we get closer to the junction at Clock Tower. But I'm confident that effort was put into that. I don't know about the underpass and whether it can flood or not. We will know that in future. But being an underpass, it kind of positions itself in a valley. But I'm also confident the engineers took care of that, so it shouldn't be a problem. So we all know that starting here, this used to be a menace. You needed to have a relatively raised car for you to cross here. But now, as you can see, first of all, there is no traffic today. Thankfully, everything is moving fine. There is no wording. Of course, during the rainy period, you may not find people here waiting to direct the traffic. But this is where the problem used to be. Water used to even go half a meter on this section of the road. But you can see it has been raised. A lot of drainage works have gone into the underground bit to make sure that all the water is diverted into Native water. We don't have any challenges with that. So this is a very good plus for us. At least we'll get rid of the flooding that used to happen here at Clock Tower. I know now these bridges, all these flyovers now may become not resting, but more of like big umbrellas for motorcyclists who want to avoid the rain. So the situation has gotten better and better. But yeah, at least here, looking at the situation after this heavy downpour, there is no water ponding anywhere. I think that's a good plus. So we hope for the best going forward. Thank you. Have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good day. And yeah, stay blessed. This is our Kampala. We are keeping it smart. We are looking at it improving and getting better and better. Bye bye.